Judge Wenie D. Espinosa versus Rodolfo Richard P. Balisnomo, GR number AM number P-20-4039, February 26, 2020. The facts of the case are as follows. Judge Wenie D. Espinosa, the presiding judge of the Municipal Trial Court in Sipalay, Negros Occidental, filed a complaint on June 19, 2018 against Rodolfo Richard P. Balisnomo, the Clerk of Court 4. Judge Espinosa accused Balisnomo of insubordination for refusing to issue a writ of preliminary prohibitory and mandatory injunction in the case of G Holdings Incorporated versus Leonora Hernandez et al. Civil case number 383, despite being directly ordered by the judge. Judge Espinosa had previously issued orders on June 30, 2016, granting the writ, and on July 21, 2016, denying a motion for reconsideration from Hernandez. However, Balisnomo refused to comply with the judge's order, citing the revised manual of clerks of court, which he interpreted as limiting his authority to issuing writs of execution, but not writs of preliminary injunction. Furthermore, Balisnomo invoked a subsequent decision from the Regional Trial Court of Cabancalan City, Negros Occidental, which on January 27, 2017, declared Judge Espinosa's orders as void for being issued with grave abuse of discretion. In response, Judge Espinosa argued that until his orders were nullified, they were still legally valid, and Balisnomo had no discretion to refuse their execution. Consequently, Espinosa claimed that Balisnomo's actions amounted to willful insubordination. So the Office of the Court Administrator, or OCA, upon reviewing the case, sided with Judge Espinosa. The OCA found that under Chapter 7 of the Revised Manual of Clerks of Court, clerks are required to perform all duties assigned to them by the judge, including issuing writs other than writs of execution. The OCA recommended that Balisnomo be penalized for insubordination, suggesting a suspension of 2 months without pay. Now, the issue in this case is whether or not Respondent Balisnomo, the Clerk of Court, is guilty of insubordination for refusing to carry out a judge's direct orders due to his interpretation of procedural manuals, despite the fact that the order has not yet been nullified by a higher court. So the court held that yes, Respondent Balisnomo, the Clerk of Court, is guilty of insubordination for refusing to carry out a judge's direct orders due to his interpretation of procedural manuals, despite the fact that the order has not yet been nullified by a higher court. The Supreme Court ruled that Balisnomo was indeed guilty of insubordination. Insubordination is defined as the refusal to obey a lawful order from a superior, particularly one which the superior has the right to issue. The court noted that while Balisnomo cited procedural manuals, he overlooked the general provision under the Revised Manual for Clerks of Court that obligates clerks to perform other duties assigned by the judge. Furthermore, until the RTC officially annulled the orders in question, they were presumed valid and enforceable, and it was Balisnomo's ministerial duty to comply. The court also explained that Balisnomo's reliance on the subsequent RTC ruling was misplaced. The RTC's decision nullifying Judge Espinosa's orders did not retroactively absolve Balisnomo of his obligation to comply with those orders when they were issued. The court imposed the maximum penalty for insubordination due to Balisnomo's previous administrative infraction. So he was suspended for 6 months without pay and sternly warned that further misconduct would result in more severe consequences.